Alright, it's 2005. Anakin Skywalker just became Darth Vader, American Idol is still popular, and Tom Brady wins his third Super Bowl. But all this is minute when you consider the greatest guilty pleasure horror film ever was released, House of Wax. Maybe it's the nostalgia from watching it on Fear Fest back in the day. I don't know, and I don't care. No matter how much I roast it, keep in mind, I still love it. Okay, so we've got Carly and her brother Nick, Carly's boyfriend Wade, horny couple Paige and Blake, Paige being played by Paris Hilton. Fun fact, the marketing for this film was literally come watch Paris die. Spoiler, damn right. Fun ass marketing? Damn right. Also, there's Dalton. Dalton doesn't do much. So our gang is on their way to the biggest college football game of the year. En route, they run into a blocked road and instead of turning around, they pull over and camp out for the night because, you know, that's just horror logic. A random truck pulls up later in the night and stares at them before Nick chucks a bottle at it, breaking the headlight and causing the truck to leave. Also, while they are all asleep, someone steals Dalton's video camera and creeps on them before disappearing without a trace. The next morning comes.
Damn it. Hey, it's 2:30, get up!
Oh, wait, no, it's not morning. It's 2:30 in the fucking afternoon. Yes, these people slept outside, with the sun beating down on them, until 2:30 p.m. Seriously, not one person woke up. Anyways, turns out someone cut the fan belt off of Wade's car during the night. Conveniently, they run into Lester after Carly falls into a pit of animal carcasses, who offers him a ride into town. Carly and Wade go with them while everyone else packs it up into Blake's car and they all go to the game. Carly and Wade make it to the town of Ambrose on foot after getting too creeped out by Lester.
Try and do something nice for someone.
Look, man, it's not like that, all right? We appreciate it.
Yeah, I can tell.
Poor Lester, just trying to be a nice guy. Ambrose is one of those one-street ghost towns you see all the time in horror movies. Eventually, they walk into a funeral where they meet Bo, the town handyman of sorts, who tells them he can get him a fan belt after the funeral. So in the meantime, Carly and Wade go exploring Trudy's House of Wax. And it's kind of a freak show. There's all these wax figures, and there's also a man molding some wax press in the basement. So Wade points out a couple high chairs in the museum he finds, which we saw earlier in a cold open where a couple young boys are eating breakfast. One's a good little boy, one's a bad little boy, and these high chairs belong to Bo and Vincent, the guy downstairs. Vincent gives Carly a scare and they just decide to go back to the gas station to meet up with Bo. Meanwhile, Blake, Paige, Dalton, and Nick turn back around due to traffic. Right back at the gas station, Bo doesn't have the right fan belt but offers to get them one from his house. Wade agrees and they're off. On the way there, we get one big exposition dump from Bo. He tells us how Trudy of Trudy's House of Wax moved to Ambrose with her two sons and her husband Victor, who had his surgeon's license revoked after performing some controversial procedures. She found a passion for wax art, but supposedly went crazy and died while her husband took his life, leaving the two boys to go to foster care. God, I wonder who Trudy's sons could be, huh? Wade's the only one who goes into the house, and while he's inside, Carly realizes that Bo's truck is the same truck that spied on them the previous night. She honks for Wade, but Wade's already doomed. The lights go out, Vincent emerges from downstairs, and just in incredibly gnarly fashion, he slits Wade's Achilles. Nice. Vincent captures Wade, leaving Carly to get into an altercation with Bo. She gets into a chase with them, which leads her back to the church where it's revealed that the entire town is made up of wax figures. But not just any wax figures, dead wax figures. Also, that person in the casket from earlier is Trudy. Eventually, Bo catches Carly and traps her under the gas station. Don't worry, he does this in the least weird way possible. While this is all going on, the rest of our gang is back at the campsite. Blake's too busy trying to get some from Paris Hilton that he sends Nick and Dalton to go find Carly and Wade. Eventually, the pair makes it to Ambrose and they split up because, once again, it's a horror movie. Why wouldn't they split up? Dalton walks off to his death and Nick goes to investigate the gas station. Let's see what Dalton's goofy ass is up to first. He goes into the House of Wax and does some exploring before, what would you know, finding Wade. Well, this was the intro to this video, so you know how this goes. He gives Wade a poke on the cheek and it's revealed that Wade is completely waxed out. Dalton is like,
Hold tight, man, hold tight, I'm gonna get you out of this.
and starts peeling his face off. Like, dude, do you not see his inside showing? No, he doesn't. How could anything you're doing right now be helping? When I said Dalton doesn't do much, he doesn't. He's a character that you know is 100% going to die. And we don't have to wait much longer, because here comes Vincent, who gives chase to him. He knocks him down some steps and just straight up decapitates him. Once again, nice. Nick makes it to the gas station where he finds Bo, who claims he never saw Carly and Wade. Nick smells bullshit, as he should, while Carly sticks her fingers through an opening to get his attention. And what does Bo do? He slices that bitch right off. It's so sickening, and I'm very much here for it. Before too long, Carly gets Nick's attention before he gets into a street fight with Bo. He fends him off and goes to help out his sister. As they try to flee, Bo catches back up to them with a shotgun, and they go hide inside a movie theater. This is probably my favorite set in the entire movie. All these dead wax people watching a movie almost makes me want to watch with them. Bo snuffs them out, but Nick is like, "Not today, son," and shoots him with a crossbow a couple times. Let's check back in with Blake and Paige. Blake's trying to put some moves on Paige, but is interrupted when his music turns off. He goes to investigate and picks up Paige's phone, where he overhears Carly getting into that altercation with Bo from earlier. We cut back to Paige, who's fallen asleep in the tent. "You're telling me your boyfriend went out of the tent to check on the music, and in that time you fell asleep? He never returns, and you're just like, damn, he must be fixing that boombox." Soon she does wake up though, and finds Blake's body on the ground with a knife in his neck. Somehow this kill made zero noise from 10 feet away. Who knows? Vincent appears and chases down Paige, and we get some cat and mouse chase scenes. He stabs Paige in the foot, continuing his foot fetish. A wounded Paige hides and then looks up. If you were going to promise Paris Hilton getting killed, then you better deliver on it. And honestly, I think this delivers on it. Just torched in the face with the spear. Come on, that's sick. Vincent's creepy ass pulls out Dalton's video camera that he stole earlier and records Paige's corpse. Some freak type shit. So we're down to Carly and Nick, who go back to the house to try and find Carly's phone, to no luck, and also look for Dalton and Wade. They go into Bo's house, where Carly finds some news clippings which reveal those controversial procedures done by Victor to be the separation of conjoined twins, those twins being Bo and Vincent of course, which this now all makes sense considering the mask that Vincent wears to hide his face. Bo eventually strolls in and tries to take out those arrows. Then Vincent rolls up with Blake and Paige's corpses, but Bo's not too happy with them for leaving the town. Basically, what we can take from this is that Bo was the piece of shit kid from the beginning, while Vincent was actually the good one, even though now he's our main killer. He was manipulated by Bo and is now turning people into wax figures to carry on his mother's work. Carly and Nick sneak out of the house and they alert the brothers after they mess with the town lights. Vincent is able to catch back up to them in the House of Wax basement, where a fire breaks out after a brief fight. Then of course here comes Bo to try and finish Carly and Nick off. He fails. Miserably. Vincent reappears and is all sad about his dickhead brother and chases after Carly, given she's the one who bashed Bo's brains in. While all this is happening, the wax museum is just completely melting, and it's kinda satisfying. Nick gets stuck in the wax while Carly has to deal with Vincent, so she gives him one of those cheesy ass phony speeches about how he's not a bad guy and so on. Kinda like in Friday Part 2, but this doesn't work for shit and Vincent just charges her. Nick is able to escape and help his sister out, which leads to yet another fight, only this time he's able to knock Vincent's mask off. Yeah, he's deformed and whatnot, no surprise. Carly pulls a knife out that Bo had stuck in Nick's leg earlier and puts that thing into Vincent's gut. And this is the part that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Vincent is portrayed as this dominant killing force, yet a little stab just absolutely fucks him up. He falls back and goes through the melted floor and just conveniently lands on top of his brother. Carly and Nick are able to escape the collapsing museum alive, and there you have it. Everything's over. The brothers are dead, the House of Wax is destroyed, life is good. Almost. Morning comes around and of course the police are like,
Truth is, this town's hard as hell to get to. It's been abandoned 10 years, ever since that sugar mill shut down. Hell, it ain't even on the map anymore.
you know, the usual nonsense about small horror towns so authorities don't have a reason to visit. Nick is able to steal that video camera from evidence.
Maybe there's some good memories on this.
No, there is not, Nick. Roll credits, right? Wait just a second.
Trudy and the doctor didn't have two sons. They had three.
Yeah, that dude Lester from earlier that we met for 5 minutes, he's the brother of Bo and Vincent. I think this was to set up a sequel that never happened. Looking back at it now, it makes no fucking sense, but who cares? Gotta have a twist in there somewhere. Well, there you have it. House of Wax. I don't care how much I just roasted this film, it's a favorite of mine, and encapsulates 2000 tour perfectly. And I don't think I'll ever stop loving it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.